There we go. I didn't say anything important. I just told everyone my credit card number, so it's fine. So yeah, it's Gomes versus Hammertron, England, Germany, but it's actually WorkerBee playing for Gomes. So it looks like it is some dueling stuff for the Germans with the spicy dragon tattoo here for that that policy debate stuff, and maybe duel to the death. I think that works. Of course, we have the crane maybe, and return no offense, a bunch of dueling stuff, and something very similar for the English. Although the English deck is playing two political rival, that's going to be interesting this matchup, I think. As well as 3 Seed of the Crane. Whoa, okay. But it does not run that many duelists, I think. Kageu, stuff like that, okay. And we have 1 Keeper deck playing the Fenrir and 1 Seeker deck. Alright. So I think we're good to go. When you are. Okay, let's see some guys duel. And some teacups be lifted. And some backs be bowed. This is England versus Germany. And let's zoom into this action. Let's go. Look like Hammertron is going to be on first play. Seeker Void. And in the bottom corner we have Germany, WorkerBee subbing in for Gomes, playing Keeper Void. So WorkerBee on Defend Your Honor, Hammertron on that Seeker Fate with Rally to the Cause on the Stronghold. He's playing they're both playing City of the Rich Frog, that's interesting. Also Illustrious Forge in the English deck. Alright. There seems to be another stream going on at the same time. Shane Ruman is streaming the, what was it, the Canada game. So Jewel stream this. Watch both streams. Support every content creator here. That game is going to be great as well. Here we are with Hammertron getting that awesome first turn dodge challenger. Has been great since core. Cunning Negotiator for WorkerBee, not as great. Not getting the passing fate here. This is going to be a rough turn, I think, for WorkerBee. Bunch of stuff in this City of the Rich Frog. There's a Fang Katana. We do see 2 Kakita dojos for WorkerBee though. Not that he's going to get to use them for much because of that Negotiator. And it's going to be probably Hammertron going in. Is it Harry 5 for Earth? Oh, Way of the Crane, that's interesting. Playing that immediately. Huh. That is a very interesting choice. Considering there are going to be duels here. I assume. I guess it's to stop policy debate. Yeah, probably to stop policy debate, yeah. Get voice on first, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I don't play the Crane mirrors so often, so yeah, that is something that Crane players usually do, I think. There's just a duel to get the honor. So that voice idea wasn't that great from Hammertron anyways, because duels can be made, even if the effect of it is nothing, because the dials do change. Well, it can change. So there's going to be a change against state. As the end result of the duel. WorkerBee passes. Oh, okay, Hammertron favorably grounded out. Which ring was it? It was Earth. Interesting. Even though he was breaking, he moved out. Okay. I guess it's... Oh, I actually like this. Because now he has a free swing on one of the other provinces. Which could be... Revels, it could be Forge, it could be... Manicured. One of the harder provinces to break, I guess. So he wants to break it now. Although there's Kageu. Huh. I didn't see a Kageu. Oops. But yeah, very interesting to not go for the break here. Pulse a bit dodging. Oh yeah, he was still had more skill. Yeah, that makes sense. Pulse a bit. That's a card. Pulse a bit is a card. And there's new name and a new name. Everybody getting new names here. Also, Seal of the Crane. So now Kageu is a courtier, Bushi Shinobi duelist. I guess. He's also Crane. And the duelist training going on the Challenger. Playing a bunch of cards before the conflict. So WorkerBee doesn't get any card draw. This is so scary. Oh, WorkerBee passed this conflict. Okay. So now just Hammertron is gonna swing in again. With 6 to Kageu's 6. So maybe not a pulse debate here either. That's an 8 on the Challenger and the 5 military on Kageu, so no dojo shenanigans. And Hammertron saved the harpoon for this very moment and then uses it, so very nicely played by Hammertron this first turn, I think. Moving out to dodge that Police Debate, pre-playing that Way of the Crane to dodge Police Debate again, and get Voice of Honor up and save the harpoon because WorkerBee defended. And here's an interesting beat. WorkerBee going for 4, Hammertron going for 3. It's just gonna bow Kageu. It's a broken city of the rich frog. So no player getting the favor here. Though I gotta say, I think Hammertron got the best out of that turn. That Kageu leaving play next turn unless there's... Oh wait, he had 1 fate extra, okay. But yeah, I think the fate game is very important here in this matchup. Getting your big value characters to stick around. So the Void Ring is going to be heavily contested, I think. Oh, and that's another huge City of the Rich Frog. Finding a Proving Grounds here. It's gonna come in real handy soon, I think. You see Kowanon and 2 dodgy challengers for WorkerBee. I don't think he can afford Kowanon here. He's gonna play it anyways. He doesn't care what I think. He does what he wants. I mean, he's gonna get Passing Fate and then probably go for like... Well, all these rings are kind of terrible. I guess he could go Water to stop the unbow from a second conflict. And there's a return Kowanon from Hammertron. And WorkerBee gets the Passing Fate this turn. 5 to 5 bids, of course. And there's a Way of the Crane from WorkerBee to get Voice of Honor online. That's so weird that they have to play with the Crane, even though they have the Kirikihita, just so they can have Voice of Honor over their opponent. Or at least bluff that they have. Voice of Honor. There's Doji Koano getting a new name as well. Now he's Bushi Bushi Courtier Champion. Makes sense. Let's keep this here. So I'm not sure what ring WorkerBee is gonna go for here. I guess Void? Yeah, probably Void. Because he's on the keeper role, he's not rid of Hammertron getting any keeper fate. And he wants to protect his Kageu, I think. Yep, it's gonna be a Void. No, Fire. It's gonna go Fire instead. Okay, that is brave. And I'm not sure what Fire's gonna do here, really. Well, I guess there's been a Way of the Crane played already, and there's only 2 in the English deck. So I guess he's trying to get Kuwanan Dishonored and then maybe Duel to the Death. Who knows? No defense, okay. That's gonna be a proving grounds gone. That's kind of rough for Hammertron. That's a bunch of quadra that he's not getting. But I guess can't really defend against this Kuwanan. He wants to save the Challenger for an attack. And yeah, there's Kuwanan, the other Kuwanan, getting dishonored. Don't think both players are running Noble Sacrifice. No. Only the Hammertron is running Noble Sacrifice and one off. WorkerBee is on Duel to the Death instead. I don't think Hammertron was running Duel to the Death. No. Okay. Here comes the Challenger. Storming in. Very honorably. Oh, and it's gonna go political. Okay. Void is ring of choice, of course. He wants to get rid of that Kageu. That's a bunch of skill. It's gonna be Illustrious Forge. What does WorkerBee find here? WorkerBee is gonna defend. It does find the Fine Katana, okay. So this is still a lower skill on Kageu, so it might get bowed here. Unless he finds like a Banzai or something here. Or a second Fine Katana. Finds a new name, so that is 8 to 8. Yep. And now he's above. Now WorkerBee is above Hammertron in political skill, so this could be a policy debate as well. Policy debate into store defeat, perhaps, if need be. We might also see them fling a bunch of court games and for shames at each other. We see the first court games, and there's going to be a first Voice of Honor played. Okay. And there's the second new name. Or is that the third? That's the third new name. Okay. So now Kageu is a Bushi 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 Courtier 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 Shinobi duelist. Crane Crane clan. So Hammertron with the Banzai. Ooh. Do we see the voice? We see the second voice from WorkerBee here. That's kind of huge, actually. Because that's going to be the Challenger bout, I think. If he wants to. Which I kind of think that he... I mean, there's an argument for doing it now, I think, but yeah, maybe not. Hammertron is not gonna get bigger than 8 unless there's a fine katana, but there's gonna be a 4 shame for WorkerBee. Oh, and now Hammertron has played like 2 cards in this conflict. Hammertron has played Court Games and Banzai, so that's gonna be a 2 cards for Kageu. For WorkerBee, even. From Kageu to WorkerBee. A gift from the Doji. Ooh, and Return of Fence is huge here. Because that is a bigger duelist. Probably gonna see a 4 bid here from Kageu. No! WorkerBee with the 1 bid, okay. So WorkerBee trying to go for some shenanigans, but missing out. Instead, losing a bunch of honor. I mean, gaining a bunch of honor. That is interesting, actually. Because now I think Koana gets a free attack here. I mean, yeah, Koana gets a free attack here. Of course, WorkerBee draws 2 cards. Huh. Is WorkerBee gonna go for the dishonor strategy here? Seeing that his opponent has already found discarded the proving ground, he could be up on the card draw battle here. There's the win, and there's the keeper fate as well. Hey, the thing that I never get because I play unicorn. I get it sometimes. WorkerBee pass, and that's gonna be Koana coming in for a probably air now. Or it could go water to get the favor. I don't think anyone is running sensors though. Yeah, no sensors. I think all the rings are valuable here. Guess it could go water for the fate, get the favor, and then maybe next turn go air for the double fate. Or just earth for the 1 fate, that's also pretty good. It's gonna be forged though. Do we see like a fine katana or something here? Nope. We just see the challenger ready, and that's gonna be favor for Hammertron. Okay, so that could have been great for WorkerBee, although he missed out on that return of offense, and now, unless he finds another Kageu, a lot of his board is going to go away here. That's a lot of investment into this Kageu. So I think WorkerBee is going to ditch everything here. He's going to keep the dojo though. That is brave. How many Kageus does he run? He runs... three, okay. I am mixing these decks up so hard right now. So this is the actual, this is the English deck that is running Duel to the Death, and this is the German deck, okay. Woo. Mirrors. And they're running pretty much the same deck as well. So that is Hammertron on Duel to the Death and WorkerBee on Noble Sacrifice. And yeah, we're gonna see Kageu leaving play here. That is gonna be huge for Hammertron. Although there's a proving ground for WorkerBee, so he can get some value back here. Finding some new good cards, the proving ground. Although that's most of the pumps gone, or at least a lot of them. That's all the new names. He's gonna have trouble playing for Shames unless he finds some small courtiers. Does have 2 Whisperers and 1 Negotiator left, and of course Yoshi is here. Masterpiece Painter for Hammertron, finding a fine katana. Okay, that's good for Hammertron. And all these Kakita dojos running around. That is so scary. Yeah, being bigger is going to be super important here, I think. And the way it looks now, it is WorkerBee on the advantage currently. Until Koanan gets honored somehow. Okay, so the English deck is playing 3 of the crane. So Hammertron has 1 way of the crane left. So does WorkerBee because he plays 2. So what's gonna happen here? Koanan gets a fine katana. Of course he does. Everybody gets a fine katana. Pretty much everyone has a fine katana. Kageo has a fine katana, Koanan, Keisin, that's all 3 fine katanas. It is only the Masterpiece Painter that doesn't have a fine katana. She has a nice brush instead. That's gonna be 10 political for Hammertron. Going in Earth, getting that 1 fate, valuing that over the airing because WorkerBee bidding just 5. He's a long way from dishonor, so no worries there. Gonna be just Kageo defending. Ooh, and a dragon tattoo. This smells like policy debate territory, but there's gonna be a let go from Hammertron. And no 3rd voice of honor from WorkerBee. Or defend your honor. There's the policy debate anyways. Get the card draw. 2 bid from WorkerBee, getting a card draw. And now we see for shame, fun stance, policy debate, 2 return offense, steer law, store defeat. Double voice of honor, okay. So if Hammertron gets the more honorable characters here, that's gonna be big swing with those 2 voice of honors. I'm not sure what it takes here though. Maybe the final stance? For shame, okay, yeah, sure. Masterpiece Painter gets honored. Bringing Hammertron up to 11. I don't think it's gonna play the anything here. It's gonna be Keisin getting harpooned in. Don't think WorkerBee wants to use Keisin's duel here though. Well, he could just move out and get him honored, so I guess, yeah, maybe he wants to use it. Although that's just gonna be Hammertron choosing the Masterpiece Painter, I think. Although what does that do? That means that it's gonna be 5 to 4. Okay, so it's gonna be Keisin using the Kakita Dojo first, okay. Keisin is such a weird card. I remember when I first started out playing, I was playing in Birmingham, and I was playing against a French guy, and he had a French Keisin, and I didn't know what it did. That was weird. I think we had to call a judge to interpret it. Can't remember. Yeah, he's weird. And I think we even got it wrong, even with the judge telling us what it does. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna see the bow and the card draw from WorkerBee, and there's the return of fence from Hammertron. Okay. Yeah, we knew that he had that in hand. Let's see. It's the first return of fence. Okay. Ooh, spending even more resources into this Kageu. That is very interesting from WorkerBee. Not sure what he wants to accomplish here. He's already winning the conflict. Duelist training hasn't been played yet. Oh, okay, yeah, of course. He just wants to bow the challenger. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Don't mind me. So it's gonna bow the challenger so it doesn't stay readied after the conflict. Because of that return of fence that was just played. And there has been one card played? Two cards. Two cards played for Hammertron. I think Hammertron is totally fine with this exchange here. Making WorkerBee spend a lot of resources from that duelist training into this Kageu. Gonna get to draw two cards? Oh yeah, two cards, yeah. Of course. It was the return of fence and the let go. So WorkerBee creeping ahead in card advantage here. Although there is still like 10, 11, 12 conflict cards for Hammertron and 12, 13 for next turn for WorkerBee since this Kageu is going away. There's the duelist training. WorkerBee bidding 5. Yeah, he just wants to make sure now that challenger stays bowed. WorkerBee playing a let go on that duelist training. Okay. That seems a bit preemptive though. I'm not sure what that was about. I think it's safe to say that Kitaka isn't dueling the masterpiece pin. Oh yeah, of course. Well, why did 7 store defeat? Stuff is happening here. A lot of stuff is happening here. So the case in duel, Hammertron chose the masterpiece painter to be dueled. Which meant that Kagei was sent home, unbowed. Now this is a 0-0 conflict. Hammertron does have a Stewardal in hand. He can win this conflict if he wants to, but I'm not sure that he wants to spend resources. He does want to spend resources, okay. Fair enough. Though I don't think it's gonna break here, given that we know what he has in hand and he doesn't have anything else. Yep. That's gonna be the second wave of the cranes. Now WorkerBee is out of wave of the cranes. Wants to make sure that he has... Oh, he's gonna play the Seal of the Dragon, Seal of the Crane as well. Seal of the Dragon. The only seal that is usually played. Is WorkerBee gonna go for emptying his hand here? WorkerBee going for 2, but it's bidding very aggressively here. That might be the final stance gone, perhaps. Yep, final stance is discarded. Just so Koanon doesn't get unbowed. Doesn't bow. End of his military conflict. If WorkerBee decides to go for a military conflict first. It's going to be a Seal of the Crane getting discarded. Okay. What ring does WorkerBee go for here? Void is still a very great ring here. There's a lot of juicy targets here for Void. Getting rid of that Challenger is going to be huge. Even Koanon, of course. It's not even honored yet. Although getting rid of that honored Challenger could be big. Might be Koanon though. It's going to be a Political Void on Pilgrimage. So that is Seeker Fate for Hammertron. Does he defend this though? We don't know what's in WorkerBee's hand. We do know what's in Hammertron's hand, except for the card he drew from the Earth Ring. So he could defend this and hope that it doesn't break. Just to protect his characters. Or he could go for an attack on Forge. Try to protect his next conflict from getting broken. Not sure what's the right play here. WorkerBee is only on... Ooh, I almost screwed that up by closing the page. Oh yeah, it's going to defend. So Hammertron is going to hope for WorkerBee not having much gas left. And it's going to be the Kakita Dojo. Okay, that is very interesting. He's going to have to bid high here to not get bowed, and he does get bowed. So I'm not sure what that was about, because Kageo is a duelist. Uh-oh. I'm not sure Hammertron was expecting that, because that is a huge mistake. Probably forgot that there was a Seal of the Crane here. So yeah, that's going to be probably, yeah, that's going to be 2 promises broken this turn and Koanon gone. And then, yeah, Koanon. Challenger. Yeah, Koanon getting his fate removed, and Koanon gonna go for the 3rd break here. Probably air to get the fate, or you could just save it for next turn. Or go fire. No, it's gonna go air. Okay, finding Manicured Garden. No defense pass. Not caring about the fate. It seems like Hammertron is a bit tilted here, having made that mistake. We all make those mistakes sometimes, forgetting about a card that's on the field, especially in these thick attachment clusters. Like, it's super easy to just miss this tiny Seal of the Crane here. Although, as I said, Kageu is going away for WorkerBee, so that's a lot of skill going away. And Hammertron still has some board left. Did Hammertron have on the stronghold? Okay, Hammertron is on the rally to the cause on the stronghold. Okay. He's gonna get to decide the most favorable conflict type for him. WorkerBee keeps Yoshi here, of course. Getting to draw cards is pretty good. That is Masterpiece Painter, probably for Hammertron. Yoshi for WorkerBee. And the Steam Tea House for Hammertron, that's pretty good. I'm not sure what Hammertron is going to want to switch this conflict to. Probably political, given that he has quite a lot more political strength. And that Kawanan is here with that action, yeah. Still Yoshi is big, but yeah, it's probably going to have to be political for Hammertron. Hammertron passes, he wants to keep the fate, and he is not the one running the, what are they called? The political rivals. WorkerBee and Hammertron both bid 5. I wonder what Hammertron is saving all that fate for. Yes, Dragon to 2. Yes, Julie's training. It's only running 2 Julie's training, and that is only 1 gone. Okay. Sorry if this is kind of messy, flipping back and forth. Final stance is gone. 1 star defeat is gone. 2 let goes left. All the 4 shames, I think. No, yes, got 1 discarded. So that's all the way if the crane's gone. So that is currently Voice of Honor up for Hammertron. And we do know that he runs at least 2. I mean that he has at least 2 in his hand. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be military water. Bit of a double edge here. Going with both Kuwana for the military pressure and Yoshi for the political pressure. But surely this has got to be a flip to political for Hammertron. It's gonna be 6. Oh geez, it's gonna be everything, okay. We do know that WorkerBee has at least 1 return offense, probably in hand, since he's running 3 of them. There's gonna be a rel to the cause. And it's still a 19, okay. It's gonna go down to 18, I think, with the favor getting discarded to Yoshi. And Hammertron is gonna have to defend with everything. Steward of Law included, I think, because that could have been a huge duel to the death. If he defends with Steward as well, and yes, that means that he doesn't have the duel to the death, okay. He's gonna get so bowed. Too bad for Hammertron not getting the duel to the death. See the policy debate for Hammertron, okay. So there's still some hope for the English here. And as I said, he has Voice of Honor up, and he does have at least 2 in hand. No Defend Your Honor for WorkerBee. Now he has 3 to 4 bid. What are his bids? Negotiator to 11. WorkerBee, I guess, just bidding to tie a 1 bid. Okay, so we see Banzai, we see Defend Your Honor, Dragon Tattoo, do streaming for shame, Let Go, Political, Rival for Turn Offense, Slow in the Scavenger, and Voice of Honor. So Julie's training for shames and Let Go up pretty good here. Also the political rival, that is 22. Julie's training can bow, see 8. Can bow the challenger, that's huge. That is 22 to 10. But it's going to be Defend Your Honor getting discarded here. Okay. He wants to be ahead in the cancel game. Hammertron, that is. See Yoshi throwing the Imperial Favor out the window to draw some more cards. Very honorable of him. Just discarding the Emperor's Hand like that to gain more power. I think that smells like some treason. Mr. Yoshi, I will not forget that, you know. What is going to be Hammertron's next move here? We might be looking at... He's probably going to save the tea house for duelist training. That sounds reasonable. Dragon Tattoo doesn't do much. Yeah, it's probably going to be 5 for Hammertron here. You see the Fine Katana going on the Challenger. Interesting. WorkerBee does have the Return the Offense here for the stand on Yoshi, perhaps. Yeah. And it's also free because of Yoshi. Oh, we see a for shame found for Hammertron though. Probably gonna save that. Let's see what WorkerBee that goes for here on the... Oh, that is Voice of Honor gone as well for Hammertron. That is huge. I almost forgot that. So Hammertron is out of cancels now. That might be a problem. Pulse Bait going on WorkerBee. See Hammertron's hand. So the Voices of Honor are gone. They're out of the question. We see Duelist Training. That could be something, I think. Did we see a Let Go in WorkerBee's hand? Yes, there's a Let Go in WorkerBee's hand. Okay. So the Duelist Training is fine. What do you take here? Let Go? Or just Duelist Training just because? No, I don't think you take the Duelist Training because you have both Let Go and Tea House. Dragon Tattoo, same. Return Offense. Yeah, Return Offense, of course. Of course it takes Return Offense. Because that's otherwise a kind of broken stronghold, I think, if it doesn't take the Return Offense here. Yep, Return Offense is discarded. Oh, that was Hammertron. I'm getting these so mixed up right now. So weird. See Hammertron playing the Duelist Training. There's a Let Go on WorkerBee. This is so messy. So WorkerBee with the Let Go. That means that Hammertron still has his own Let Go. WorkerBee still has a Let Go in hand. And a bunch of other cards that we don't know about. Yeah, but WorkerBee still has a Return Offense, right? Yeah, he does. WorkerBee decides to use his Let Go. He still has his Return Offense here. WorkerBee is thinking. What do we know about WorkerBee's hand here? We know Banzai, Dragon Tattoo, DT. Or was the DT discarded? I can't remember. Scavenger, Political Rival. Gets him to 24. He does break with the Political Rival. Smart. See, I don't miss any action here. It's gonna be pass. Hammertron playing for shame on Yoshi. It's gonna be 5 to 5 on the. This is so weird. We saw Let Go on the Duelist training. And now we for shame played. And the second Defend Your Honor for WorkerBee, probably drawn from the Yoshi if I remember correctly. See WorkerBee returning for shame, going on Cunning Negotiator. Dropping that down to a Voice of Honor, never mind. He does have the Voice of Honors up now. Oh, this is such a bunch of mixing up, and oh, I can do fine in the Unicorn Mirror because I'm more familiar with that, having played that for 3 years. But yeah, Crane is another story. Hamilton passing. For shame to dishonor the Cunning Negotiator. Is that the third for shame? No, that's this. Yeah, that's the third one. So all for shame's gone, and that's the second Voice of Honor. Hamilton passes. He's just baiting the for shames here, so he can play Return Offense. WorkerBee, that is. There's a Banzai on Kawanan. Huh? Not sure what that is about. What is that about? Dojo doesn't matter because he's not a duelist. All the seals have been played. The duelist training doesn't matter because of a Steam Tea House that hasn't been played yet. If he still has the if WorkerBee still has the duelist training in hand, I can't remember. Yeah, he probably has, right? Don't see it played anywhere. So this might be the duelist training and then it just gets returned. So I'm not sure what that Banzai was about. Hammertron returning the Banzai. So they're even again for some reason. And there is return offense between Doji Kawanan and Masterpiece Painter. That is a 7 to 7 though. Oh yeah, the Masterpiece Painter, not the Cunning Negotiator. So that is in favor of Kawanan. WorkerBee just bidding to win again. That is going to be Kawanan staying. and bowing the Studio Law. So I think unfortunately Hammertron is done here, because that's going to be Kawanan and a political rival coming in. But I'm still not sure what that bonsai was about. Oh well. Hammertron could move in the Stuart Law for the token win here. It doesn't make a difference. Unless WorkerBee just passes everything. Then Hammertron might get the favor somehow, I'm not sure how. But yeah, I think this game is done. Okay, there's a Steam Tea House to return the seed of the crane. That is a death sentence, I think. Even though the game was still over as it was. Because now WorkerBee can play the... Oh, there has been no Let Go played yet. Okay, so never mind. Hammertron is fine doing that because there's no Let Go played yet. I blame being tired as well. I've actually done stuff today. I'm not used to doing stuff. There's the political rival being played into the conflict. Okay, sure. Get the win, I guess. And bow the rival. That is another way to win the conflict. And to win the game, more importantly. Because Hammertron doesn't have any duelist trainings left, so he can't like go challenger. If he had saved the bonsai, could like move it in and then duelist training, but he's out of duelist trainings, unfortunately. And there's the GG. Okay, yeah. So a misplay on the pilgrimage was huge here for Hammertron. Using that Kakita dojo just to get Kawanan honored, or he didn't even get honored, right? Don't think he even got honored. So yeah, that was a huge mistake, missing that duelist training. I mean the seal of the crane on the KKU. Getting that voiding off, getting that break, and then another break. Oh, Gomes was having a baby. Well, congratulations to Gomes. We're getting some new recruits to the family. Alright, I think that'll be it for me today. Let's just have a look at the standings before we go. Okay, so England won the first game, so that is going to be tied up now. 1-1, with Gomes winning this game, aka WorkerBee. Let's have a look at the other standings real quick. Greece won against Scotland. I watched the last game there. Switzerland versus Philippines is 1-0 to Switzerland. Spain is 3-0 against Wales, doing really strong, of course, the Spanish team. Brazil and USA have yet to play. Sweden are 2-0 this time. 2-0, let's go, Sweden. We're doing great. Not gonna mention what happened last round. Australia is yet to play. Italy gets the bye. Canada, France haven't played, and Netherlands has a 1-0 against Chile. Alright, that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hope to see you next time.